10,000 subscribers. You know, I never really did think I would get that high. I'm pretty sure this would have been a reference channel where people just kind of, they're working on a motor, they do a little Google search, see one of my videos, watch it, and that's the end of it. You know, so having 10,000 subscribers, that's actually kind of impressive. Like I said, it's kind of encouraging too. You know, like people are actually interested in my little hobby. It's kind of neat. Anyway, today we're gonna be fixing this controller. So the controller does not have power trim and tilt, which is fine. It's got a broken safety switch. It doesn't have a key. Cut cables, but that's no big deal. But the problem is, I guess when they were down cutting those cables, they decided to cut the other end of the harness cable too. So we need a new harness and some parts. So aside from all that, it's great. Lucky for me, I have a small box full of junky old controllers. Now, I've been parting out that box for quite some time, and never disappoints. There's some good stuffs in there. So this is a little, well, this is the other end of the plug. It goes on for 20 feet, so no reason to show you the other end. But I just kind of ripped all this out of another one of those dead controllers. We have a key, probably works, and for the most part, it's pretty good condition. So I'm going to open this controller up, we're going to install all this stuff, and see if it works. Okay, so I have the camera set up on the other end of my little bench here. Hopefully you'll be able to see okay. It was a little bit of a struggle to sit here and work on this thing with the camera in the way. See, I don't have what you would call professional equipment. Basically, I have my cell phone on a tripod. Alright, we need to get this thing open. We have a Allen inside of there. I forgot those, so let me get that tool real quick. Let's get that out first, and we'll take it from there. Now we have 3 Phillips. They gotta go. Pretty loose too. Apparently. There's one out. Throw that away. Put our pin back. Plastic retainer and screws. And aside from cleaning it, that's all we really need to do. That's that half of it. This half is where all of our broken stuff is. Let's find a socket real quick. If you're curious, that was a 15/16. Pretty big actually. smooth. Tighten down the key switch there. I don't want to go too tight. Perfect. Now for this thing, a little tricky. I'm going to lift it up just a hair because you need it to get the threads of this plastic nut started. Might have to grab a little pair of vice grips and pull it up. So, in case you're wondering what I was doing with the long flathead, this roller needs to go into this slot. So if you don't touch anything, usually it'll fall right back into where it needs to go, which in my now case, it looks like it's going to. But as you saw in the beginning, it didn't. And the first time I tried it anyway. So it actually doesn't look like it is. So all I do is go in there, the flathead, push it where it needs to go. A little squeeze, and it falls right back in. I have my Harbor Freight multimeter out because I still don't know where my prongs are for my other multimeter. So when they're connected, it does something. That's all we really need it to do. Inside of our plug here. Oh, I'm testing the stop switch, by the way. You have two holes. Well, three big holes. Between the two that are used, you have a black, and you have a small unused hole and a big unused hole. Between that is the other side of our stop switch. So when those are connected, our multimeter moves, which is exactly what we were after. Now, that is sending a stop signal to the engine to turn itself off. Now, if we hit the safety lanyard, actually turn the key on, and hit the safety lanyard, it should go away. Now, if we fall off the boat, pull our safety lanyard out, it resets, stopping the motor. That is exactly how it should work. So while we're running, right now, we don't have the stop signal, turn the key off. And we're doing, oh, duh, what am I doing? Hook the lanyard. Alright, lanyard's hooked up, so we have the stop signal activated. Because the ignition's off. Turn the ignition on, and it goes back away to start the motor. Which, again, is what we're after. So stop signal's working. Good to know. Hello, old friend. Need to use you. Alright. First thing I noticed, turn the key, no beep. Moving on. So I have the key to on. You can hear the primer solenoid clicking, so we know the primer solenoid's working. And start. Good to go. So we have a start, stop, primer. That's all we really need for a working outboard there. However, no horn. We know that because hook up the warning horn lead here to the ground of the solenoid, and it doesn't beep, but it should. So there is an issue there. I don't think it could be one of two things: A, ground, or B, a power. The problem is the power options work for everything else, so I don't think that's an issue. But we can check for that with our tack gauge here. One of these plugs, I don't remember which one, is the purple or hot with key on. So we have our key on. We just need to probe it, see if we don't get some voltage somewhere. So we had voltage on the last one, which is probably the purple. So it's not a power problem, it's a ground problem. Sorry, it's not a lack of power going to the controller, it's a lack of the buzzer probably actually working. So let's take it out and see what happens. Well, it took a little while, but I figured it out. So what I did was I swapped the tan and the purple wires. So the other switch is sitting in there like so. If you look right here on the switch, which isn't focusing, we have a little positive mark. Put the purple on that, tan down here, and it beeps. Now I'm going to unplug the temp sensor from the cylinder head, use this side, touch to the solenoid ground, and it should have beeped. I don't have the key on. So I'm going to touch this back to the ground here, and we have beep. So now let's test it. Key off. Whoops. So key off. Beep. Engine start. Primer works. Warning horn works. Let's check the tach. Great. Let's remove our plug. Plug in our tach harness. Tachometer, in case you're curious. Alright, so what we're looking for is the gray wire having a signal to that gray wire. So again, when I touch the leads together, our multimeter just does random things. So that's what we're looking for. Gray wire to there, and our gray wire right here. Our tachometer does random things, which means we have a tach signal. Now while we're here, we might as well check for voltage at the power wire still. So I'm connecting it to the purple, and we have 12 volts. Battery's a little dead, so I'm not worried about that. And then might as well just check ground. So I have it connected to the ground wire, and it moves. So, all in all, pretty good. Well folks, that was another controller awoken from the dead. All in all, pretty good I think. These controllers, they're not hard but not easy, I'd say. So it'll get a new lanyard. This old thing is kind of junky and lanyards are pretty cheap. So, if you need to do this to your controller, there you go. Or if you need to know how to open it up, put it back together, remove stuff, this video should help you along. If you got any questions, let me know. And if you have any junky controller parts you want to send me, please be my guest. Alright everybody, see you next time.